avenue and exposure to our many creative talents. Art to the Avenue provides the public with the opportunity to see and acquire an enormous range of art from every style, dimension and price point, at the same time as broadcasting those Greenwich retailers who themselves patronize the arts. And so we welcome you to our Art to the Avenue celebration, and we thank Peter Tessie for all the support he has given to the arts in Greenwich. Peter will now issue a proclamation honouring the Greenwich Arts Council and its many volunteers for nurturing arts and creativity. And he will recognise Ruth Sims, former First Selectman of Greenwich, a lady that was the driving force in establishing a home for the arts here on Greenwich Avenue almost 40 years ago.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming out this evening to kick off Art to the Avenue. As Barbara stated, clearly the arts and its presence in a community will ensure its vibrancy, and that's both visual and musical. And we're very fortunate that one of my predecessors, Ruth Sims, had the vision 40 years ago to establish not only the senior center here in the Old Town Hall, but also the Arts Council. And it somewhat all came together in terms of our recognizing your 40 years of contributions to the Greenwich community, and also her legacy of preserving land here on the Greenwich Common. So tonight I'm here to acknowledge and champion you for your ongoing endurance, for providing cultural enrichment to the community with the following proclamation. Whereas the Greenwich Arts Council was founded in 1973 to promote the arts in Greenwich by nurturing artists and building audiences. And whereas the mission of the Greenwich Arts Council is to encourage individual creativity and broaden community participation in, appreciation of, and support for the visual, performing, and literary arts. And whereas the Greenwich Arts Council, through such programs as Art to the Avenue, fulfills an important role in our community by providing venues for local artists to express their creativity and to exhibit their work for public view. Whereas the Greenwich Arts Council, through the programs such as Art to the Avenue, promotes the role of local businesses to support the arts in a positive and culturally proactive manner. Now therefore I, Peter J. Tessie, First Selectman of the Town of Greenwich, do hereby proclaim May as Greenwich Arts Council's Arts to the Avenue Month in the Town of Greenwich, and urge our citizens to join me in saluting the Greenwich Arts Council, its Board of Directors and Advisors, staff, volunteers, and donors for their dedication and effectiveness in bringing the arts to the community and the community to the arts. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you for all your wonderful contributions. And as was noted by Barbara and I mentioned earlier, you know, it is somewhat timing. Last year we lost one of Greenwich's stateswomen, Ruth Sims, and Ruth was had three firsts. She was the first full-time First Select person here in the town, elected in 1977, taking office in 78. She was, of course, the first woman, and she was the first Democrat that had been elected in 72 years. But her governance was really one of a nonpartisan fashion, and she looked to really advance the interests of the town and to see where the town could develop and prosper. And I think we're here today to salute the Greenwich Arts Council, which was part of that vision that she held. And at the same time, she also held the vision to preserve the landscape. And across the way we have what's known today as the Greenwich Common, but was referred to back during her administration as the parkland, or the open space between the town hall and the Board of Ed. She was very concerned about discussions of developing that area for alternate purposes, and took the bold step of declaring it as parkland. So in remembrance of her, given her contributions to our town, I am proclaiming or dedicating the beech tree that stands over there so tall and proud in her memory with a plaque that we will affix to the wall, forever recognizing her and her contributions. And Selectman Tice is here. He's holding the facsimile plaque, which we were going to present to her family. She has 2 sons and a daughter who survived her. They do not live in the town of Greenwich, but certainly we will be presenting this and giving this to them. And essentially it says, in memory of Ruth L. Sims, 1st Selectman, 1978 to 1981. Her foresight led to the dedication of this land as park space for future generations. So she would be smiling. She's smiling above tonight at all of you and for being here 40 years later and seeing the arts thrive and grow in the town. And so God bless all of you, and let's hope for bigger and broader expression of arts 40 years from now. Thank you very much.